Hey, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. Every day I'm doing a vlog for 1,000 days and every day it's uniquely different. So if you're not subscribed, a subscribe would be absolutely awesome. Thank you. Sometimes in life, you've got to stand your ground. You have to, because people will try and cross boundaries. They will try and make your life difficult for their ends, for their best interests and not yours. And when they do that, it's not comfortable. And nobody wants to be the aggressor. But when somebody brings something to your table that you don't like, you've got to speak up. You've got to mention actually how you feel. And if you do that, you run a chance of getting things corrected. Now, I believe a lot of the time this can happen in your workplace. Boundaries are very easily crossed. People will cross the line. They will say things to you, they will do things, they will make you feel horrible. And when they do that, you've got to stand your ground. Stand up, shoulders back, look them in the eye and tell them how you feel about that. Because if you don't, it's just like a toxic sort of drink. It just affects you and everything else just seems to fade away and you get consumed by it. And that's not a good place to be. You have to stand your ground against what's happening to you and what is said to you. They've got a very skewed approach. They want you to think that your behaviour, the way you present, is actually the issue, when in actual fact it's not. You've asked them multiple times to do something in relation to how to fix a problem, but they have not done that. They have avoided it. They have put everything back on you because you are the problem child. And then at that point, you have to stand your ground and say, well, actually, no, I'm not accepting that. And as long as you reason your argument, give them the opportunity to respond. Let them know how you feel about that, and in doing that, hopefully there's a resolution. Now, if you reach the point where you have to stand your ground, there's every chance, it's gone on for a very long time. And if it's gone on for a while, you may not get a resolution, and it may well be that's how you have to leave it. Never the twain shall meet. They've got their opinion, you have yours, and that, my friends, is that. But sadly, you have to stand your ground. You cannot allow people to ride roughshod over you, because you do the right thing most of the time. You do the best you can. You're open to change, you're open to criticism, and you're open to changing and doing things differently if that makes things better. I think that's the sign of a rational adult human being. Somebody who is happy to just say to themselves, actually, I'm happy to check myself. Am I doing something wrong here? Am I saying something wrong? Is it something that I need to change? Well, if it is, as an adult, we're all happy to take it on the chin and say, actually, you know what, yes, fair enough. Maybe there's a better way of doing things. Maybe there's a better way of saying something. But when there isn't, and you feel justified, stand your ground. Now, there's always a cost, isn't there? And it may well be that the cost is that you have to suffer some kind of penalty. Maybe they don't like what you say. Maybe they do something which is not nice. Maybe they put you in a place where you're vilified. If you're at work, that's something that's very easily done. People have opinions and they draw inferences to your behaviour. And when they do that, that's just a pernicious place to be. And probably my advice would be, get out, just go, just leave. If you can, dig your tunnel. It might take a little while. Look for another job. Go where you're valued. Go where you feel that is the best place for you. Sometimes money is not everything. It's a large part, but it's not everything. And if you're able to get away from that toxicity, because we all want to feel valued. We all want to feel that what we do in life is important, and important enough for other people to value us in doing that. And if you don't have the right training in your job, if you don't have any training and you've had to learn as you go, I think that's a flawed approach from a lot of employers. But when people approach you, even on a personal level, and they say things to you, it's up to you whether or not you have them in your life. It really is. It's up to you to stand firmly and say, actually, I don't like this. You don't have to be horrible back. You certainly don't have to use hurty words. You don't have to say anything that can denigrate them as a human being. And if you speak your truth quietly and calmly, that is something that I think is greatly respected. If you say anything to them that they dislike, it's okay to offend them without being offensive, i.e. swearing at them. So if they go off and tell other people and they say, well, you said this and you said that, well, can they say that you swore at them? No. Can they say that you offered violence? No. Can they say that you offered aggression, that you were verbally insulting? There'll be none of that. So there's a way of doing it, and I'm sure you can. But standing your ground sometimes is fundamentally important to the way that you feel about something. And again, if it's in your personal life, I think sometimes it means more in your personal life. If it's in your professional life, then yes, then it's probably, if you're at that stage, it's probably at that stage where you think, you know, I need to leave this role and go and do something else. Now, it depends which stage you're at in your life. If it's at a period of where you've only got a short time left, it's up to you how you utilise that time. Standing your ground does a couple of things for you as a person. It lets everybody else know what your position is, what your boundaries are, and what you're prepared to accept. It lets people know that you are not a pushover, you're not a walkover, and it's fair to say that people will have a fair assumption and assessment of what your position is on whatever subject that they choose to bring to the table to challenge you on. So if you feel like this today, just stand your ground quietly, peacefully, without offering anything in terms of verbal abuse or anything like that, which I know you wouldn't do. And you may find yourself in a place where, actually, do you know what, I feel better for doing that. And it may be something that's gone on for a long time. It may be something that's been happening for a while. And if it has, it may bring about a peaceful resolution to the issue at hand. Standing your ground is not a bad thing. Standing your ground is fundamentally important to letting people know what your issues and boundaries with their topic is all about. And if you do that, sometimes peace can come about. It may be a delayed peace. It may be something that's just left alone and left where it is. And if it is, that's still peace, isn't it? I'd be happy to take that. So don't feel too bad. Stand up for yourself in a way that's conducive to a peaceful resolution. You don't have to be horrible about it, but certainly don't, under any circumstances, let people walk over you. You're a decent, kind human being. You deserve to be treated with dignity and fairness. If you're not getting that, stand up for yourself and let people know exactly what your position is and how you feel. Because in doing that, there will be a resolution. One way or another, people will know what your position is. And if your position is validated, then that's good. And at least they know. As always, I do a vlog every single day. So if you're not subscribed, a subscribe would be awesome. I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'll see you then. Bye now.